Hi, this is Robert Radcliffe. Welcome back to my blog. So, if you're considering selling your house, one of the ways to interview a realtor, well, there are many, is of course meeting with them. But the preliminary homework that I would recommend doing is of course going on their website, the agent's website. Take a look at some of the homes that the realtor has sold. Obviously, you want to make sure that those are homes being sold in your neighborhood. Also within a price range that's about similar to where you're going to be selling for can usually help. But most importantly, it's actually the area. The area that the agent specializes in is really, really critical. In addition to all of that is an idea that was given to me when I was managing the office. And a homeowner called me, and again when I was managing, and asked me, based on where his home was located, and his home was in the Palisades Riviera, gave me an idea of the value of his home, and asked me a great question. It was very simple. Who in your office would you recommend I meet with? And I thought that was brilliant. You know, there's, again, a number of ways to do homework on an agent, but I thought, you know what? This guy's pretty smart. Just call the manager of the office and ask the manager. So obviously in that case I gave a recommendation, and I think it's a great way to interview an agent. You of course would want to meet with the agent personally, but here's one of the pitfalls some homeowners make, is they'll actually meet with a dozen. Well, actually in one recent case I met with a homeowner who told me he met with 8 different realtors. And I mentioned to him, I said, wow, 8? I said, here's the only problem with that. Why I can appreciate you doing your homework and that's smart. Maybe you met with too many. Because remember this, realtors sometimes will take it personally if they don't get hired for the job. You know, a kind of a silly example is back in high school, if a boy asks a girl to the prom and then says later to the girl who said yes that she would like to go with him, and he later calls her and says, by the way, I chose someone else. How do you think that girl feels? Probably a little bummed out. So it's kind of sometimes with selling real estate as well. I mean, my skin is way too thick. If I'm turned down for a job, I get it. And it sometimes happens, usually if I'm too honest with the client about what it will take to get their home sold. But there are times where agents I've witnessed in the past where I know they got turned down for the job on a house, and they didn't speak so highly of that house, which I thought was a little unfair, only later to find out that they were turned down for the listing. Anyhow, I hope that information helps when choosing your agent, and I hope the information on this blog you're finding informative. Again, my name is Robert Radcliffe, and thank you for considering the Radcliffe Group and myself for any of your real estate needs. Have a great day.